back. The Gupta business empire is on the brink of collapse. This after the North Gauteng High Court threw out the Gupta's application to prevent the Bank of Baroda from pulling out of the country.
It seems that it doesn't rain but pours for the Guptas. The Bank of Baroda was the last remaining banker for the Guptas, 19 companies operating in the country. It decided to pull out of South Africa last month, citing bad profits. Now the Gupta's desperate attempt to prevent it from leaving has failed.
It's definitely a big blow. I think the Bank of Baroda had indicated that they want to exit South Africa because it was not a viable market for them. And we know that there have been big bankers for the Gupta group of companies. And we also know that the other big four banks in South Africa have said no to the Gupta-linked businesses from a customer point of view. So in a way, this means that those companies literally have no banker. And we know that in this modern environment where you are dealing with big sums of money, both coming in and also paying out to creditors, to other people, you actually need a bank account to function as a business. So to the extent that they appear not to have any other option left, it just means that that business model, in my mind, is flawed and it's not sustainable. And it won't be surprising if some of them actually collapse as a result.
The court decision spells a bleak future for thousands of Gupta employees who've been up in arms for not getting their salaries recently. It also puts efforts to rescue failing Gupta companies in a quandary.
The workers have voiced a lot of concerns, largely because they have not been paid for a few months, and also as a result of this matter that the court has ruled on today. But we also know that a few of those companies have been placed under business rescue, meaning that they are now under a rescue process. They have now been handed over to separate practitioners to actually see if there's any value and see if, to what extent they can actually help them out and make sure that that's sustainable going forward. That process, in my mind, will be stifled by this judgment. Because again, without any access to any banking facility, it's very little that the practitioners themselves can do to actually make sure that they revive the businesses and actually secure employment going forward.
Some are now calling for the Reserve Bank to intervene.
This is an interesting space in the banking system as in South Africa, in the sense that there is no precedent. I think this is the first time ever that a group of companies have been refused an ability to open bank accounts by all the big four banks, including the other global banks that are operating in South Africa. So the Reserve Bank, as being the land of last resort, so to speak, and they've got the legal framework and the authority to actually make some concessions if need be. It's not clear if the actual Reserve Bank Act, as it stands, allows for that, but they are the last man standing. And to the extent that they have some flexibility within the regulatory framework, they may need to actually step up and ensure either one of the banks gives them concession to open a bank account, or they facilitate one or the other that ability, at least for the business rescue process to actually proceed. Because without any bank account, you cannot conduct any business whatsoever.
The Reserve Bank is here to react to the latest developments and point the way forward. SABC News, Johannesburg.